think about that first half, though, even though it was a tricky start?
Yeah, I mean, it was.
Forrest, anyone? Cooked. Well cooked. Freshly cooked. Well done. 3-0 to the Arsenal as Arsenal spanked Forrest to come back off international duty looking serious. And how much times do I have to tell you people? Victor Gyökeres and this team is scary. If things click for this Arsenal team, this league will be sorry. Cooked to perfection today, Forrest. But let's people, if you like anything Arsenal related, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on the road to 2K subs. This is Gunner Street. I have all Arsenal related content here. So if you like Arsenal and you like football, join the family and come back for more. But ladies and gentlemen, so much stuff I want to talk about. Let's start off with the lineup. The lineup I thought was exactly what I would have went with in this situation. From last week, even in the Liverpool game, I would have preferred it were a midfield of Zubimendi and Moreno, who have a very good partnership. We saw that during international break, and I'm glad Mikel went with that pairing and put a 10 to go along with them, with Eze, with Noni, and with Gyökeres up front, with a solid back line that we know is so consistent. Going into this game, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of questions were being asked about the wingers. What is Eze going to give us on his full debut? What is Madueke going to give us now? And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, cooked. They cooked. Noni Madueke, cooked. What's it? No. Murillo, cooked. Anderson, cooked. Sells, cooked. Anyone you want to put in front of that back line, cooked. Absolutely cooked. Madueke was on form. This is not the Madueke I know. This is not the Madueke I know. This is not the Madueke I know. Every time he got it, he beat his man. I don't think he lost an individual duel once. Only time he did, he got fouled. Oh, Eze though, second half. Cooked, man. Eze was absolutely brilliant in the second half. Those flicks, those tricks, the assist to Gyökeres. And I want to go back to what I talked about in my video about Gyökeres that's up on the channel, guys, from like a week ago. If you take a look at that video, I broke down exactly how this Arsenal team is going to look to play this season. We're going to look to find Gyökeres, who I thought was really well, especially in the first half. Even when he didn't get too many chances on the ball, he was dropping short, laying off the ball to one of our forwards while laying off to Calafiori, while Mikel Moreno, Eze, and then broke into space down the left-hand side. I thought we played the game to an absolute perfection today. I thought Moreno in midfield was brilliant. All the Moreno criticism about how he plays in midfield, I thought he controlled the tempo really well. He won a lot of fouls towards the end to seal out the game. And ultimately, a very, very good player to go right alongside of Martin Zubimendi. Now, ultimately, Rice is the guy there. Odegaard is a captain. He has seniority there. But I think the best pairing in midfield is the one we saw so far for the season. I think is the one we saw today in terms of chance creation, in terms of overall the style of play, in terms of overall how we look as a team that got the fans off their seat. The best performance for me this season. Yes, the 5-0 was good, but this today was the best performance. And take into account no Saka, take into account no Saliba, no Havertz, no Odegaard, basically, because he came off after 18 minutes. We played this game with a lot of our depth. And I think this is, again, one of the biggest things I highlighted in that video I talked about. The depth is there, the hunger is there, and the quality is there. Mosquera again, Christian Mosquera. You don't even notice that we didn't play William Saliba again today. Absolutely brilliant at the back. Chris Wood couldn't get a sniff. Him and Gabriel as a partnership again were brilliant today. Yuri and Timber, brilliant today. He had a run one time he went forward, had a amazing run, laid it off to Madueke. Madueke found him down the channel, won a corner. There was also another one where Gyökeres ended up smashing it across the post. Noni Madueke was brilliant today, man. I can't run out of words to explain how brilliant Noni Madueke was today. taking on his player. And I think even outside of his dribbling and chance creation like that, but set pieces, I think he only had one bad corner in this game, and that came in like the 78th minute, right before he came off, because he looked tired a little bit when you're resting him going into a midweek game against Bilbao. But Madueke and Eze were brilliant. And this is what you get when you open up the wings. This football is taking a transitional turn. Getting the ball to your wingers and having individual wingers who can take on their man and beat their man consistently is what is going to make you a really good team in this era, what football is trending towards. When you have Madueke and Eze, who's their focus is to get the ball forward. But even the whole squad now is thinking, get the ball forward, get the ball to these guys, get the ball to these guys. You saw it with Gyökeres. Every time he would drop deep for it, he would end up with the ball. He looked for the wingers. The wingers then had the chance to create their magic. You saw it with Zubimendi trying to ping the balls even through the lines. You saw it even with Gabriel and Mosquera, who were bringing the ball forward, laying it off to Gyökeres, who were finding Calafiori or Timber, who were then playing the ball in behind to the wingers. Getting your wingers involved in this system is going to be key. And when you see Eze and Madueke have the games that we have today, we're often going to see brilliant performances. But I cannot go any longer without talking about Martin Zubimendi with the brace. The first goal was definitely goal of the month and definitely goal of the season so far, and could be goal of the season up until the end of the season. An outstanding wonder strike comes in from Madueke's corner, falls right to Zubimendi's foot, smashes it, sells no chance. And even up until the goal, we were building into the game. Building, creating chances, looking bright, getting the best of our play, getting the best of their fullbacks. So I'm very, 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 very happy. Trossard off the bench, coming off with the assist with his first touch, finds Zubimendi with the looping header. But overall, a very good performance. We see Saliba back in training, hoping to come back for if not the Champions League game, it might be a bit too early. Hopefully for the City game as well. But even then, I still don't want you to rush him, because Mosquera has been absolute quality. The depth in this team fills me with so much confidence, ladies and gentlemen. And I hope this performance today fills you with confidence, because I can't speak for the amount. This makes me so happy to see that we don't need our best players on the pitch all the time to beat teams. Like, we can rest Saka now in games going forward. We know we can rest Saka. We don't have to risk an injury with Saka, or risk overplaying him. Sorry. We don't have to risk overplaying Saliba into injury. We don't have to risk overplaying anyone into injury. We rested Rice today for like 75 minutes. And I thought another interesting thing I saw Mikel go with, he kind of when he took off Gyökeres, he put Rice in for Gyökeres, and he went with like Moreno ended up staying front as a striker long term. But like for a 5 to 7 minute spell, there was kind of like Rice up front, and he almost scored instantaneously from a cutback from Urian Timber. So these are all elements that we can see looking forward and thinking forward. But again, 3-0 win, clean sheet. You always want this. Still only one goal conceded this season, and that's from a wonderful free kick. I think the defense has reached an immaculate level this season. Let's continue to have a strong defense that we've had from the last couple of seasons now. And let's, ladies and gentlemen, keep the goals flowing now. That's 8 goals and none conceded at home this season. We look solid. We look good. Let's hope we can continue to keep it up, man. Man of the match, you're probably having to lean Zubimendi for his 2 goals and overall brilliant performance as well in midfield. Really dictated the game, really dictated the tempo. I think it's either him or Madueke, because Madueke, man, every single time he had the ball down the wing, he beat his man. The only criticism I have of him, sometimes you want to get the ball in a little bit earlier. But when you have the beating of your fullback, you could do whatever you want as long as the ball comes in and you find it and you find your player. But so much times Madueke was getting it, and especially in that first half, he was jinking his man, putting a loop, putting a cross in, jinking his man, trying to get a shot off, jinking his man, laying it off for a good chance. Madueke or Zubimendi for me are my man of the matches. Another special shout out to Christian Mosquera. Another shout out to Eze, who I thought was brilliant, showed out today. Knew the fans came to see tricks and flicks. That's what the fans come for. That's what the fans pay their money to see. He displayed that. And I get another quick shout out I want to give out to Mikel Moreno, because I think today was another performance that, even though he didn't get his goal, and know that's what a lot of people have been highlighting him for over his Arsenal tenure, But what really impresses me is the composure on the ball in very, very tight spaces. You give him the ball under pressure, he either draws a foul or he gets you out of the tight space. Very, very good performance today from Mikel Moreno in midfield. And this is what I'm looking forward to see for the rest of the season. But guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. This is Gunner Street. For anything Arsenal related, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and help me on the road to 2K subs. Best people, without further ado, I'll catch you guys in the next video. And it's going to be a Champions League game. So let's see how we start off our European campaign. Peace, people. Peace.